Yeah, I didn't want to take you away from your wife or anything.
Yeah, she doesn't want me anyway.
Hey guys, welcome to our review of Tokusatsu Gagaga, Episode 1. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
I'm back, Chris Long from Long's Toys.
Dude, thanks for jumping on again.
Sure.
From like 10 minutes ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm still here, okay. It's
But yeah, we just got done watching this episode, and I thought it was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time you say Tokusatsu Gagaga, I always want to call it Tokusatsu Gaga in my mind. I don't know why, like only two Gas. I guess like Lady Gaga or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always forget this is like, I don't remember there's a third Ga. That should be like your rating system. How many Gas does it get this week? Yeah. I gave it 2 full Gas.
Got a solid 2.5 Gas.
Gas.
But yeah, I just thought that I don't know. I guess nerd culture is very different in Japan, or at least very different like a while ago. Since I think the manga came out around the same time as Geki Ranger. That's a pretty big like gap between then and now.
Yeah, that's got to be
10 years.
I was gonna say like because it was like around the time Kiva was out, right?
I think so. I just know that like Go-Anja had it 10 years after, and Go-Anja was around the time of Geki Ranger.
It was right after Geki Ranger, because they So it was
like what, 12.
So, like 10 years ago,
Yeah. So I wonder if anything's changed now, but like if this is resonating with an audience, I think it might be yeah.
Well, like, I mean. Literally 10 years ago is about when the Marvel movies started, and that kind of, I don't want to say kicked off the nerd renaissance, but I think it's definitely a big part of it. So making all that kind of stuff more socially acceptable. So
it's very indicative, maybe, of that time, and like I could relate to some of these things, but like she's really against showing her nerd.
So she must be exhausted all the time because she's so stressed out, and like everything is like such a huge production in her mind. Like, oh my god, I can't do this, or I have to go to 17 locations to buy a keychain. It's like, just walk up and buy a keychain. No one's watching you. Like, it really, like if anyone asks you could just be like, oh, I saw it as I walked by. I thought it was cute. Like, that's all you have to say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I love because like when she got the magazine, you were like, oh yeah, she's treating it like a Playboy, but like
she's like, I had to hide it under my mattress. Like, it's a television,
but like
magazine.
At every move she makes, it's like she's trying to buy porn and she doesn't want people to see her.
Well, that's like from the one flashback we saw where like she had the one thing and like her mom just came and took it from her with like no words, no explanation. That must be like why she's this way, like because of how she grew up, how her mother treated it. She always felt like she had to hide it, so her coworkers probably don't really care that much, but because her mother raised her to be so ashamed of it, so really if you think about it, it's the mother's fault. I mean, I'm sure that if I would guess, the show will probably delve into that more as it goes, because that's a possible like plot point, but I mean, that would be my guess why she's so ashamed of it. Maybe she doesn't have to be like.
Because like the idea of that shame is so ingrained in her head. It was like when she saw those two at the elevator, they were saying, well, if he likes it, he should be, he should be more open about what he likes. And then she herself, like, despite what she said, face value, she didn't take it at face value. She was like, oh, well, you're only saying that now, but if it was your boyfriend, you wouldn't be saying the same thing. On some level, that might be true, but on another level, it's like an internalized thing of like, oh, even if they're saying this, I'm still going to hold off on, just repping what I like.
Well, the other thing is, I feel like with anything, there's levels. Like, oh, I like superhero stuff. Oh, all I watch is superhero stuff. And then, like, I think at the elevator, they're talking about, like, that he's got all the statues of, like, the anime girls in bikinis. Yeah. And so I'm like, he seems to be more towards the other. I'm not shaming anybody, but I mean, there are definitely people out there that are, way too much. But I mean, you can say that about anything, any kind of thing that people are passionate about. Anyone can take it too far to an extreme that it's like, okay, yes, you specifically need to calm down. everyone else over here is fine. You know?
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like I said, there's levels of everything. So she seems to me to just be a perfectly normal person that works, functions. You know, you like to watch sports. I like to watch superhero shows. What's the difference? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and like I do love all those like hyper realized moments where the heroes step in, because like and all the lessons she learns from it, because it like gives us this like good side to it, you know, because it in a culture like that, there I guess like I don't know if Tokusatsu is represented well over there or anything. I mean, it makes a lot of money, but it's good to have that sort of like, oh hey, maybe it's a good thing. It teaches you moral values.
I mean, I would think so.
Yeah.
It's like any kid show where they try to push some kind of lesson. I mean, in the '80s over here, it was all just about we need a cartoon to sell the toys. So they were literally just toy commercials, which is why a lot of them didn't really have. I mean, some of them did have moral lessons. Like I know He-Man would always have like a today we learned this, blah, blah.
I'm pretty sure that was just because of like they had to meet a certain requirement saying like, oh yeah, this is valuable television for kids.
Well, eventually they did because they passed laws that so they have to have so much percentages educational or something like that. So it's literally not just to shield toys. Like I think it was like in the really early '90s they passed a law regulating that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would assume that there's some kind of they want to make it somewhat meaningful, or you know, so that way they can sell it that way.
But I'm glad that it shows it in that light, you know.
Well, I like when she has the like. To me, it's almost like. Do you ever see Scrubs? Where, like JD would have like the daydreams when he was like so like she can see the guy in the subway, but like no one else can see. So that she's like doing something nice, and she like looks back at him, and he's like. So I just thought that was really fun, and it makes it more interactive, like especially like in the karaoke when you know she has the hero and the monster and they're kind of fighting each other while everyone else is just like dancing around having a good time. This is all just happening in her head.
Yeah, I do appreciate how that like it's sort of like I don't know gives personality to that like social victory, you know, like, oh, I did a normal person thing. Woo! It's like a hyper realized sort of situation. I don't know. I really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you have anything more you wanted to say about this episode? I really like the characters so far.
Yeah. The main character looks fun. The two I mean, a lot of the other characters at this point are just kind of supplemental to play off of her. I would assume we'll spend more time with them as we go to develop them more.
I didn't Demon Child at first, but I turned around.
Harry Potter, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll probably never even see him again, but it was just kind of a springboard for her to kind of like start interacting with people about Tokusatsu. And then we're going to see more about this girl in the subway because she seems to be the whole focus of the second episode.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. And then you have the like,
found a friend.
Yeah, the crazy angry chick like 2 seats down. I'm like, uh-oh. There's going to be some
friendship allowed here.
I just can imagine there's going to be an episode where like walks into the office and be like, she likes Tokusatsu, and everyone will be like, I don't care. It's fine. What? Why is this news?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Did you have any more points? Anything you wanted to?
No. Like I said, definitely fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing episode 2.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. And I hope you guys will come and join us in our review and watch along. Chris may or may not be there. We'll see. I'm thinking of rotating out some Streets members. So if you're into that, check it out. Subscribe.
You should be. You should be.
Speaking of the Streets, you can catch us every Friday on RRR the Streets at Will J. Co's channel. And also, Chris, where can they find you specifically?
Of course, you throw it to me while I'm drinking. That makes sense.
Exactly. I made sure to...
You can find my YouTube channel, youtube.com/longstoys, and then I'm on Twitter at CLong83. It's the letter C, not C like the body of water. And then my Instagram and Facebook is at longstoys.
That's useful information because I did not know that you had an Instagram.
Yeah, I don't use it much. I'm really bad at it. But yeah, I'm trying to get into that more.
All right, cool. Guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, also, links in the description down below to vote at Matt Hunt's contest, on Matt Hunt's contest. So go ahead, help me win. I'm number 9.
Is that ranked or just randomly you're number 9?
No, yeah, I'm randomly number 9. So yeah, it's the Rumor Me 2018 thing. All the information's down below. So guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Juicy. You gotta like find and interview that kid one day when he gets to be like 20.
Oh my god, yeah.
Get him to a Power Morphicon.
Oh dude, yeah. I'll see that kid. I want to get his autograph. I'm gonna buy a bunch of candy.